Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another episode of Brew Build. Today, just working on this here side of the temple. I think I have everything else on the temple done exterior wise except for that very back portion. That we will do at some point. I don't know exactly when, but we will do that at some point. And I'm trying to figure out what the nuts I was trying to do here. I can't actually see. I think this goes like this. Maybe. Maybe I am... Am I correct? No. This goes like this, I think. And then this is like that. Right? Maybe? That was terrifying. My trash can lid was open apparently, and it just shut. Scared me to death. But I have some things to show you today. So let's go ahead and fill this up with some purple, so that, or I guess this is technically, terracotta does not make sense to me, man. This is blue terracotta. That is straight up purple. And the purple is like a rose colored. What the heck? I don't think that's right. Now that I'm looking at this, I don't think that's right. What did we do wrong? Or is that a slab? Oh, we have a slab. And, what did we do? Does that top stair on... Where is this? Oh, no, we're right. Okay. Let's get that. Well, we're right. Okay, well, anyways. So I have a couple things to show you. Here, hold on. Let me switch into shaders because... One, it's good. I gotta sleep, so I'll be back in a second. All right, sorry about that. Just decided to finish this side off anyways because you've already seen it and it just looks way better now that it's done. Only thing that's missing is our little statue thing, which you all seem to like. I'm happy. That was a fun thing for me to do. I don't do statue design very often. If you're wondering, it is, if you didn't see last episode, it is this little guy. And yeah, I have not done statue design like ever. So this was a fun thing to look at. Definitely use some references. Don't get me wrong. Did not come up with that straight out on my own, but I like how it turned out. So I need to get some more iron is the thing. That guy just requires a fair amount of iron. That's why we're only really doing 2. We may do 3, or do some on the interior perhaps. But anyways, now this entire exterior, except for this back section, is done. So we've got this area here. And I wanted to ask, do you think this is too tight? A part of me actually really likes that it's this close and tight-knit to this here temple. So yeah, all the stuff is like this is really tight. This gets very close. So maybe we just won't have any windows here because I feel like that'd be awkward. But I have been doing some terraforming a little bit and decided, so because this all needed to be on the same level, I have kind of made this into a cliffside. This hill used to wrap all the way up against it. And so I have flattened this all out and kind of just like chopped it off and made it a little cliffside like we have over there. And I think that is good. And I've been trying to figure out something to do. I don't know exactly what to do here. Could just end up doing like, I don't think we have enough stairs for this at the moment, but we could do something that is just like a stair pattern that repeats or something like that. I do not really know. Yeah, we can't even, I need to do that in the reverse order, but I don't really know if that would look good at all. Like, it doesn't look bad, but it also, to me, is kind of boring. So I'm trying to figure out what to do there. I don't want to put a window there because it doesn't quite make sense. Like, it makes sense interior wise, but it would also be like right here, which is kind of awkward to have a window like this because there's gonna probably be something right here. I'm not sure. Potentially, I don't know. But this is what the interior looks like. I really like it. Like, look at this. This is so glassy, and I'm very happy with how this has turned out. So let's go back on through here. And yeah, so I'm trying to figure something out there. I don't really know. We may just do something meh. We won't ever go back there anyways. But so I've terraformed this, and I think the path, instead of kind of curving around here, is just going to go straight up, and we'll just kind of go straight up to here. And then these houses don't have to move, and this area can be kind of like a temple garden of sorts or something like that. And I think there is going to be, I think we should take the statue design we have over on that wall and do a big old statue right in the center here, like back here, so that this wall can be like very, very plain and very not really have anything. Backside could have something, but or maybe 2 windows on either side and then a statue in the center, but a bigger version of that statue. I have to work that out, but I think that could be interesting. And so some other stuff that I have done, that doesn't even look that bad, just plain, maybe some flowers or something. I don't know. Another thing I have done is I have worked on the field area, added another field. Wow, I just like slapped my mouse. So I added another field, and I think it looks pretty dang good. I've also worked on this wall, been just doing some of the wall off camera, and I'm really loving how this wall is turning out. Like this, it's so overgrown, and I've been using a lot of poppies. I've really loved Germs's poppy texture, and so I've been using that in it. And then I made this little area. It's like a little garden hangout area that maybe this house has with a little hammock and stuff. I think that's very nice. And so, yeah, as you can see right there, there's a little something right there. And so what I decided to do, we had this big open space here. And so I made it a beet farm, I guess, a beetroot farm. I also looked at what, ooh, yes. Sorry. I just find myself in this place. I just do that so much. But I have changed the beetroot texture a bit. I desaturated it a little bit and then added, as you can see, like right here, this area, I added a more of a magenta purple color because beets are rather purple. They're quite vibrant. The leaves are also vibrant, but I dulled those a bit because they kind of stuck out. But we'll walk through here in just a second. Let me sleep. This is my favorite build, like, of all time, ever. Yep. But anyways, so we've got this field right here. And so, because we had this big open area, and I was like, I don't really want to put houses because I don't think there needs to be more houses. There may be a few, maybe over a house or 2 that are like in that field, and we still have to finish those houses over there. But we really don't need tons of houses because we still have the whole freaking keep to build. And that is going to come after the chapel. We're going to be focusing on the interior of the chapel today to try and figure that out and get that done. Not done. That's a big thing. To get it kind of laid out and I think I want to plan it out today with you guys, so then I can do a little bit of work off camera, but then also get your ideas before I really start jumping in on it. But yeah, so this new field is very nice. I love, like, I did the wall all around that wheat field too. The other walls I haven't gotten to, but just decided to do sheepy. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But now you can see the texture a little bit better, or the color change a little better. It's duller and it's a little lighter. And I think I like this more. I'm not sure. To me, it feels a bit more like what beetroot actually feels like. But I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are. It's a little different, a little lighter, a little less saturated, and I think a little bit more realistic. Um, so yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Yeah, if you guys do like this, I can try and get a download out to you maybe next week or something to get the updated furnace texture. And there's a couple texture changes I did. But yeah, so we have this nice little wall section kind of done all the way around and down. And then I'm going to do that here. And I think that's going to be really nice. Getting the walls in really does help. And it's kind of a side project I do. I didn't feel like doing more of this, so I just took some time and did the wall, and it was nice. It was a nice little kind of grindy work. But yeah, so today we are going to be doing the interior here, and I want to kind of talk through some ideas here just for a second before we jump into things. And let me first switch out of shaders so you can see totally everything. Okay, now we can talk just a little bit. So what I would like to do with the interior here is I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty straightforward. I think this is all going to be a big old seating area. I think there's going to be a central aisle all the way down. Maybe we'll have some like pew things set up. Okay, no, pews are the seats, aren't they? There'll be some, what you call them? What are they called? Like altars maybe in between. Ooh, I did not think that would break. Wow, that broke really fast. Altars maybe every like right here, so we could have I don't know, we'll just use some of this here stuff, so we could have like little altars right on either side here, and I think they'd be made out of wood. And I think that could be interesting. I do think there needs to be some sort of support structure down the center here. So I'm not quite sure if that altar thing would work. It might work like this or something like that. I don't really know. Or the altars could be, right here. This might be a better area for the altars to be. Anyways, reason why I think altars would make sense is because I just think that there should be multiple places for sort of idols or something to go. And how we handle that, I'm not sure. But I do think there needs to be some sort of structural support somewhere around here. So I think in the center here, there'll be structure, and then I think even maybe here we could have structure going all the way up the ceiling right there in the center. And so what is that gonna go right like here? Ooh, yeah, what a good guess. So I think that could be pillars going up, make this into like a little archway that sticks out. And then I think we should have some banding arches right here on the ceiling. Maybe every one of these is like some sort of arching ceiling thingy. And then maybe not this one, but like, so this is where like an altar would be. So where the altar is not, we have a pillar of some sort. So this one would be right here, right? Yeah. So there would be pillar, skip, and then a pillar, and then we'd skip, and then a pillar right there. And then this, fine. Right here? No, right here. So then we could have pillars that are also supporting, similar to, oh no, this needs to be right here. Good. Okay, right there. Yes, I was right on the first time on this one. Okay. So then we could have some pillars and stuff that are right there that could also lead these. Do these line up with windows? No, they line up perfectly. Good. I'm glad I planned this out like well, because that would be annoying if I didn't. So then we could have like pillars and stuff that go up, and those would go like right up along. We could even bring them out one here so that they kind of stick out over. That might be something to look into, because then they'll line up with that. That would actually be a good idea. But that is a really broad idea as to what I think we're going to be doing. So let me do a little bit of work on laying it out and kind of getting an idea. And I think I'll bring you back in to do this window section, because this is important. Reason being is the sun shines like right in through here, and I think that's just too cool to like, you know, not want to keep, because I think that's really cool. So we're going to figure out how to do that. So let me get some of this more structural detailing done, and then I'll get back with you and we can see exactly what we've got. All right, guys. So it's been a couple of days, and I have had zero time to record during work. This week has been actually really, really cool. It's been it was like the design week. So we there's 50 different scouts in this program. 50 different undergraduate students graduate students. And so there's 11 design scouts is what we're called. And we broke off from everybody and did this week-long sort of training thing with some designers that are actually in the company. And it's just been very, very cool, but very, very time-consuming. And so I haven't had any time to record, but I have done a little bit of work. One thing I want to show you real quick, just as a little thing that I decided to do, was all the way up there. I threw some purple terracotta inside the little pillars. I think that's good. And yeah, I really have done nothing. But I have some stuff to talk to you about, because I think I've got some ideas that I've been able to think through, just haven't had time to implement them or like do anything about them. So I have done some, I guess. I did some the first day I recorded, but then never got to record again this week. So what I've done is I have added these archways. And so we're going to build this one just so you can see. But up there, very, very simple archway, just andesite block, smooth, polished andesite, and then stairs, and then a wall in between. Or yeah, a wall like smack in the middle. And this just goes all the way down. It skips and goes there's 3 of them. And then this is kind of like what we've got going on outside of this church. And it's the whole like stair arch sort of feel. And I'm not really good at archways at all. So this is about the best that I could come up with. I don't think it's bad. I think it fits. And, you know, it's not my favorite, but it's okay. I'm plenty okay with it. Also, I need to change that, because that is a polished one, and I think that makes more sense. But it's just the stair arch that we had going on, except I put stairs on top to give it a more arch feel, and there are slabs on top. And then an end rod for lighting, just so up there doesn't become spawnable. Do I have slabs? Good. Okay, so we're going to build this real quick, and then we have I have something to build right here, and then some ideas to talk through. I think that's how this episode is going to go. It's going to be much less really building, and I have some cool ideas to show you that I think you guys are going to... Ooh, that one's missing a stair. Ooh, there we go. There we go. So I have some cool ideas to show you that I think you're going to really, really like. I personally really like them, and I think it's really cool. One particular idea that I built out to show you is actually pretty freaking cool. I wasn't sure how it was going to look, but I think it's pretty dang good for our lore. It does require some... What's going on here? Well, we're falling for one. Oh, I see what I need to do. It does require some commands, but I think that is just plain okay. I don't think actually we need this there first, so then we can do this. It requires some commands, but it's really not that like big of a deal because it's a block that is impossible to get, but it ties with our lore. That's the end gateway block. We can't really do anything about it in terms of getting it, so I have no problem using commands to get that if it's going to help our lore. And we need to do stairs on the bottom of this, don't we? Right there, and that should be it. Yeah, so now we have this little archway, and I think that is good. Now I have no idea how. I think I'm gonna have to take a small little break here in a sec because I'm gonna have to eat food. Oh, I need to do this. Huh, I didn't do this on this side. I remember that now. So this goes all the way up. Okay, I got this. But yeah, this week's been very, very cool at work. Very, very fun. It's not every week that we get to do like really, really like design oriented things. And so it's just kind of nice. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then goes in by 1. Okay, I think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goes in by 1, jump, goes up, and right like that. Ooh, didn't make it. And then this goes over, up, and then stairs. That's kind of weird. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. Well, I'll finish this later. All right. Sorry about that. Had something I needed to do, and this actually is wrong. I had this kind of marked out, and this is not correct. Those need to be stairs. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building something. I pre-built it because I really wasn't sure what I wanted. And we should grab some andesite and put that there. So what we're going to be doing here is going to be interesting. We want to go up 3. Ooh, 1, 2, 3. And then this is where we're going to have some terracotta right here. And I'm just trying to come up with designs for the interior that are interesting and tie in with the outside, but are also kind of, I want them to be structural and make sense. So it's kind of hard to actually make decorative things that actually feel like they should be legitimate and work. These stairs here, because, and the purple will be seen on the other side. And then let's see here. This needs to have that stair stuff going on right like this. And then we should do this and just fall. Why not? And can we get this? Ooh, this is going to be tough. Oh, yeah, we can. Nice. Oh, yeah. Cool. Got that. And yeah, so this is going to be, it's kind of interesting. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, honestly. So you'll have to let me know what your thoughts are on it, because it's not like amazing or anything like that. Okay, 1, I have to place these in the right place. It's not amazing, but it's something. It's interesting. All right, sorry about that. Had a little bit of food and needed some dinner, and so I have eaten and am replenished, ready to go. So I finished this very simply. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's okay. I imagine these pillars would go all the way up to this area since it comes in, and then we would have something. I don't know. Should we have access to this? I don't know how you would get access to this. I don't know how. Honestly, I really, really don't. we could do some sort of crafty thing with like a hidden door or something. But I'm really not sure. I have no idea how we could utilize this and use this space. So if you have any ideas, please let me know, because I have literally no idea what in the world we're going to use this for. It could just be decorative all the way up. I'd be fine with that. But I don't know. Thought I'd ask you. And then this side, that's okay. I think it needs more archiness to it, but we can figure that out later. But what I wanted to do today, since this has kind of been weird and I don't really have any way to make this any, it's just kind of a no, that's too thick. That's like super thick. I'll figure out something to do here. I just don't know right now. So I have an idea. So in the lore, if you go back to, I don't remember, the thumbnail says Sarthal on it. That's all. Like, it's got in big letters Sarthal. It's the first lore video we released where there's all the sound effects and stuff. And in that, we had the Endermen coming, like they burst out of the catacombs, which would be right here. And we can totally do that. Totally can do that. And so they would be coming down out here. There would be probably a hole and stuff. Oh, I forgot I put that there. And so there would be like, this is the catacombs, and then we could have like Enderman wreck the place or something. And so we could have them bursting out here. But I had an idea. What if we had them burst out of both, probably both, but maybe they burst out here, and then they also burst out the middle here. This is the exact middle. And so what if we did an area where they're bursting out of the floor? We could have it more like right here. And what if we had it so that there is kind of a, I don't know how I should do this, but a big old hole here or something that they burst their way out of. And so then the floor here would kind of give way to a gaping hole. And there would be like stone and slabs and stuff and wreckage down below. And then the catacombs are directly below this church. Like, this all is going to have like a basement the size of this room, I think, that is going to be a catacombs. It actually might extend all the way down and be like as wide as this, but all the way down to that wall. And so I was thinking, what if we had them burst their way out here and totally just like incapacitate the chapel itself, this area of the chapel? I think we're gonna have a statue of Os here, and I would say that he's protected this portion, the sanctified portion of where they actually worship Os, because he's gonna have a statue and stuff here. And so if this area is gonna be somewhat like under his protection and really not touched, and the church itself is not really going to be touched. There's just going to be some things about it that are changed. Like, let me see if I have a glass block. Where would I keep glass blocks? I don't know. So I found a glass block, and it was in the church or the temple, whatever it is. But the idea I had, so I did a texture change to the glass, to the purple glass and the black glass. So the stained glasses are changed. The other ones aren't. The panes are going to have this medieval feeling, but I thought maybe for the purple and black, we could do this and have it be completely clear. So it's just a block. And so what we could use it for is, say, like this area is a decent area. So say that they had teleported their way through here. So they've changed the state of things here, and they actually make it so that this stone has become a transparent void-like material. And I thought that could be interesting, and that could make for some interesting detail work on the temple here, that wherever Endermen actually teleport through, they change this structure, and so they make it more opaque. And I did this primarily for the black. I don't know if the purple will work. The black works well for not like this sort of stuff that I'm doing. Like if they, I don't know, teleported here and they like change this. This is kind of weird looking, but it's supposed to be kind of weird looking, honestly. But that is an idea I had. I don't know if you like it, but I have something to show you. But first I want to talk through. So it deals with this. I bring that up because it deals with this. So I have a couple ideas for the tunnel to get to the portal. And so I built one of them out that I will show you, but I want to talk through another one that I had because you may like this idea. I don't know. So originally I was thinking that in the catacombs, there could be a hole here that drops down into the catacombs. And then in the catacombs themselves, they have a tunnel that goes down quite a ways. And then, so it's going to dig, there's going to be a tunnel that starts like, I don't know, it'll probably start in the back end area and kind of dig down so that it can actually make it all the way down, and it can twist and wind and stuff, so it can really make it all the way down, but it's going to twist and wind all the way down to our end portal room. And our end portal room is right down here, and that's why this whole project is happening, is because of this end portal. And so we have the end portal right here. And so eventually it's going to lead to, like, we'll probably terraform this and totally deck out this room and change it to be more like it's just been mined up and caved and stuff. But we're going to have, oh, now I have to actually get out of here. But it's going to tunnel, he's going to tunnel down, and then that's how you get to the end portal, is it's going to be like right above it. And so you're going to be like right here. And then you won't be able to see any of it. You're just going to drop right in. And that's kind of what I thought. Ooh, that's weird. When it breaks, you can see the lava. That's strange. That's weird. But so that's the idea. But I had another idea that is, this is going to be dangerous probably. Yeah, it's a little dangerous, but we're still flying, I think. Yeah, we're flying. Maybe. Are we? Oh, we're not flying. Interesting. But I had another idea that was kind of inspired by what I saw when I toured Fixit's world. That's really where a lot of this inspiration came from for this end portal lore and stuff. And he uses command blocks to teleport him around the world, do some really cool things. And so I thought it could be also interesting if this was like just a hole that drops straight down. And so say King Rain, like the catacombs would have tunnels branching all out over the place because they did dig around quite a bit. And so we'll have a whole tunnel system that is all spider webbing out from this catacombs area. But what if he, when in his last sort of ditch effort to dig down and find the voices, actually just dug straight down? And so he dug straight down, and that's how he stumbled upon it. Stumbled upon the portal, and then we could have a command block that somehow I have to look into command blocks. I don't know how they work, so I really don't know. But he would basically, it would teleport you from a ways down to right on top of the portal, and you'd fall in, and that's how you would go. So you'd basically jump in here, and it'd teleport you down, and you would land inside the portal. That's an idea. But I want to go quickly into our creative world because I have something to show you. Now let's hope that you can't see anything. Very good. So I've built this mock-up of what the tunnel could look like because I wanted to try something. Both ideas are going to deal with us using commands slightly. The teleportation one uses a bit more, but This idea is also something that could be interesting that uses the set block command, and you'll see how. So imagine this is the catacombs, this is just like a quick mock-up of what the catacombs entrance could look like. And so you enter here, and then now imagine you're in a mining tunnel. And so this is like just a small area of the catacombs. There's like a little lantern. It's very abandoned, overgrown. No one comes in here anymore. And so you even got bats. They spawned in here. I didn't spawn them. But you come in here, and it's real dingy. It's real creepy. Strings on the floor, so nothing spawns. Totally safe. But then you start seeing a change in the world. And you start seeing the end coming to our world. And this is why I changed the glass, because it's really kind of creepy to walk over this stuff. And these things, I figured out how to get rid of the beams, so that's something cool. But you can do really cool things with this end gateway block, but you can't do anything with it unless you use the set block command. But you can do cool things like little islands floating out in the middle of the end. And you can do things like this. And I thought it would be a really cool idea to have our end room actually be like excavated. Like, say the people that are actually still insane, get out of here. But say that the people who actually excavated this, King Rain discovered it, and the Enderman took over and stuff. But then say some people actually continued to excavate, and we could make this whole big, it wouldn't be huge, but like this labyrinth of these different floating islands that you can see. And this would be a lot of command work and a lot of just annoying command work. But I think this is pretty dang cool. Like, you feel like you're kind of surrounded by the end. I mean, you really do feel like it. But I wanted it to feel like the stone is changing over. So this could, we don't have to do black concrete. We could honestly do some stone. I think that would actually look kind of cool as well if it still looked like the cave, but it was like changed over from the cave to this. That could be also very cool, where it's just changing over, and so you've got this cool little effect here where you've got the cave, but then things are starting to change, and it looks kind of creepy. Things are going void and thing of that, sort of like that. And I thought that could be kind of cool. It's also just a very cool like thing you can do. This is like 5 or 6 layers of glass. There's an nether portal all the way down there. And it's just kind of cool. I thought this was a really cool idea, but I don't know how you guys feel about the end, like using the command to get these gateway blocks, because they're really cool, but it does require the set block command, and so it's not vanilla. You can't get these in vanilla at all. But it's not like I'm modding this or anything, so I don't think it's that bad. And I'm going to show you what this looks like. This looks really weird on the outside because it's just like this big tunnel. And I did figure out how to get these portal beams to go away. Essentially, if you're doing this and you do this like this, I'll actually show you. This one does not have a beam, because what you do is set block, and then you go down and you put the location, your cursor, wherever your cursor is pointed, that block is the coordinates that are on. So you just can tab over, just type in end, you get Minecraft end gateway, and then do the little bracket here, the curvy bracket, I don't know what it's called, and then do, I think it's age. I'll have to look it up here in just a second. I believe it's age. Yes. So you do age, and then you do age, and then I just did -999, 99999, something silly like that, and then you do that, and you do that. And now that is basically, these beams go away over time. But because these are so new and the age is not big enough, they will not they'll be here for a long time, and I don't want this around town because this would be silly. It shoots through all blocks and stuff, and it'd be really weird. So you can do this, and you will fix that problem. You won't have to deal with that. So just put a gigantic negative age. It has to be negative. And then you won't have this weirdness, and it'll just be like this tunnel. But that is the idea. And yeah, so I know this episode hasn't been very good in terms of building, and there hasn't been a lot done. Just been really hectic work week, but I wanted to show you something that we could work towards. And I want to show you these ideas and get your opinions on them. Yeah, so let me know what your thoughts are on this whole concept. Again, I think I like the tunnel concept more. I originally was liking the drop down concept, but I do like this tunnel. And I do think the room that we would make this in would actually be significantly bigger. And yeah, I just think it would be a really cool room. This could be a really cool effect. There could be a lot more detail put into it, not just black concrete. I just did that to kind of have a different look. But yeah, so let me know what your thoughts are. Obviously, this would not have glass on it, and you would fall right in. And I was trying to make my own end portal, but I don't know how to do that, so just made a fake one. But yeah, so I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If you liked the video, feel free to leave a like in real life. And if you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, but you like all these crazy weird things that we're doing, then feel free to subscribe. Join the little family we've got going here. And I will be back with a normal episode, hopefully next week. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys in the next episode.